I'm back. This is should be the final episode of this series here. Basically, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the blade to the table. See if I can adjust this riving knife to as well. Get that moved over a little bit, and adjust the fence as well. So, alright, as you know, it's all unedited, uncut, first person view. Hopefully this will help you. If you get a table saw of your own, especially one of these. These are so popular. There's probably a lot of these out there. So what tools will I need? Let's see here. Probably some of the same tools that we've been using so far on this. Of course, this is going to be a hex nut here. Let's see if this fits in. Yep. Okay. So first things first. Let's take off the paws. These are called the paws. And let's take off the blade guard here. A little button right here to take it off. You can see that. Okay, there we go. Put that aside for now. Take off the paws here. Probably have to push this in order to do that. There we go. Let's remove this, and then just remove this out of the way. So we're just going to remove these things out of the way here, and maybe lower the riving knife as well. So that is just, let me see here. That I'm just gonna have to get my hand under here. And okay, there's a little lever here, and it's gonna lower the riving knife here. There we go. Okay. Now, okay, so that's lowered, and what I'm mainly going to do is try to get this thing squared up here. So let's do that here first. Where's my square? Combination square. Okay, here it is. It's good to have a combination square. And maybe even see if this will raise up a little bit more. That's it. That's as high as it goes. So here, let it settle. Okay. So just change out the bits. Okay, so I'm gonna let that settle there. Come over here and just change out the bit to get to this. Bit's a little stubborn to come out. Just give me some vice grips here. That should pull it out. There we go. Okay. Let's go find a hex bit that's going to fit in there. I think it's going to be this one right here. This is shows a number 3/16. Yeah, that's gonna work. It's gonna work. All right. All right, so that's gonna work. Let's see what we can do here. Another thing I notice that it's not quite parallel here. So let's see if there's something about that that's just a little off here. It's about an eighth, less than 6 inches here. And then let's see what it does here. Well, the blade is off. I wonder if there's an adjustment for that. There's got to be an adjustment for that somewhere. There probably is. Well, let's see if there is an adjustment for that anywhere that we can see an adjustment for that there. Because it's going to make a difference when you do cross cuts on this. And I might have to take this whole thing and turn it upside down. If that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do, you know. Anything to get this straight. And manually isn't very helpful after this point. It wasn't really helpful installing this and setting this up, as you know. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Just lowering it so I don't kill myself doing this. And I'm trying to see if there's an adjustment we can make on this anywhere. Okay, well, let's take it and turn it over. That should probably help us a little bit more. There goes the push stick. Let's put the push stick away for now as well. And so, back on the ground. Okay. Sorry. When you turn this over, you gotta make sure this thing's locked, or it's just gonna come right out. So, looks like there are some adjustments you can make on this knife. Of course, this knife is, there we go. Okay. So we're just gonna have to fix that. We can fix that while we're down in here. As far as making any adjustment to reposition this, don't really see any here. Well, there is actually. It's right here, but I'm not sure how much that's going to help here. I'll have to loosen it, move it, reposition it, because that's here, and I don't know if that's the only thing that's holding that whole thing up. No, it can't be. Yeah, it pretty much is. I don't see anything else in here. I take that back. There is a bolt here that does seem to hold it in place. It's holding that into place. There's another bolt here, and another bolt here. It's holding it into place. Okay. So these are holding into place. So these three right here. So there could be a way to adjust this. So there might be a possible way to get this adjusted. I might have to remove these to get to them. So. And they're just held in right there. Okay. Sorry. This. Okay, that's what that is right here. Okay, those are the two angles to put them in. This unit is really troublesome. A little piece of crap. Okay, 1, 2. There's 2 here. And then this is the third. Which I'm not sure if this is gonna, if this moves or not, if it's adjustable at all. Because this is the problem I'm having here. Okay. So here's the problem I'm having with this particular unit. Is it's not straight to any of these, which is kind of important because it needs to be straight. The blade needs to move over just a little bit before I can even make it straight to the table. This has to be parallel to any of these lines here. I think anyway. So, with that in mind, I gotta go in and make that adjustment here. Oh, let's refer to manual. See what it says about adjusting things here. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Alright, doesn't say anything. Wonderful. Manuel, you suck. Alright, well, let's have some fun then. It's off a little bit. It needs to, the angle needs to change on it, so let's see if we can do that without breaking the machine. Maybe. So let's figure out what we could possibly do here on this. Okay, to bleed. Oh, I gotta lower this. Let's use the table stand here. Let's make some good use out of this. Alright, good. Making good use out of this table stand. So, that's what we got. Alright. So, let me see, there's one and two. Okay, there's 1, 2 right here. there's 3 of these here. And I may be able to get to those by releasing this. Alright, okay. Okay. Alright, so okay. It might help a little bit. Alright, that might help just a little bit. So what do we got here? Let's see if I can show all of you. Here, I'm going to see if I can adjust these screws here to align the blade, and I'm hoping that that might do the trick here. If that's possible, that could be possible. That might not be impossible. Who knows? Anyways, there's 1, 2, 3. I could see about taking one of them off, see if there's any play in there. I don't see any other way to adjust this blade. Unless I can get in here somehow. And but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 screws here, and they look like they're pretty well machined in there. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So we can give that a try. Alright, let's give that a try then. Not sure how I'm gonna get in there. Go in and just take one off, see what it's like, and put it back on. It's going to be bigger than that. I bet you they use metric on this thing. It's going to be hard to get in there. guess there might be a way to adjust this. I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit. That brings it up and down. Okay, that's brings it up and down. So there is a way to adjust the riving knife, but since this is not straight, it's going to be hard to make any adjustments to this whatsoever. As I suspected, it's symmetric. Okay. Well, this one's going to be difficult. Without this blade being perpendicular, you just can't make it work. Not that I can see anyway. What else here? I'm stumped. I am stumped. Other than that, adjusting these is my only other option, but I'm wondering if that's even possible. To go buy myself some metric wrenches here, if that's the case. And that might be the case too. That hinges off of that. I wonder if there's any play in here whatsoever to do that. The other option is to actually adjust the table here. I'll have to give that a try. I might have to adjust the whole frickin' table. But it's already lined up in the holes, so I don't know if there's any room for play there. Because I see that it's just not quite lined up to the table. If you're going to be mitering anything, well, let's give that a shot. Let's give that a shot here. These I can get to. All right, so let's see if we can do that then. Well, they loosen quite easily. And I'm wondering if this is cracked already. This is cracked right here already. An extension. Maybe I can not need an extension per se, but I just had it. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Maybe perhaps I can use a different thing here. Yes, I know this is a lot of work, but for all you hardcore do-it-yourselfers, this is a challenge. This is kind of getting tight in there. Well, you got to be a little creative when you work in these kind of situations, I think it's quarter. Yeah, so just got to be creative when you get in these situations here. I don't know if you're seeing that, but I'm being creative. Okay. so I know I can get to that now. Let's try to get to the ones that are a little bit easier. I just want to loosen them to see if I can move the table versus moving this whole contraption, whole thing that's on the blade. And this thing's already cracking. There we go. Let's see. I've already loosened this one. Okay, there we go. So, alright, let's see if this will adjust the blade here, or if I can adjust the table. It moves a little bit. Let's see by how much and how far. Did I just tighten this thing? This should be loose, yeah. This should be loose. Let's loosen this up a lot more, so we get some good play here. Same thing with this. Okay, good. Okay, so well, this is loose. Question is, what's holding it down now is here, this attachment right here. So that's holding it right there. That's holding it right there. Well, yeah, I may have to end up moving this whole thing. I guess I'm going to have to, I will be changing this, and I have no choice but to get, there we go. There's another one right there on the other side, but let's see if we can play with this a little bit here. Get a chance to play around. There's 1, 2, and the other ones are right. The other ones are in there. Huh? Okay, once you know it. It'll be a lot of work to take that off. thing that comes to a 10. Gonna need a metric wrench here. Let me see, pull this one out and see what comes out of it here. See if it is adjustable in any way. Doesn't seem like it's gonna move. I don't think this is gonna solve my problem right here. I really need to get to something that's going to adjust this. Bolts go. Maybe there's something I can do with this. See, is there any play with this whatsoever? There's a slight play. I mean, it's not a lot, but one. It doesn't really help me. That doesn't help me. Nope, didn't help me one bit. Yeah, there's just no easy fix with this one. It's just not straight. I don't know if I can work with that or not, but it just is not straight. This might be a design flaw here. So this might be a design flaw. And the way it's made here. Well, I know it's not going to work. Because if that thing is crooked, which it is, doing rip cups with it is not a problem. The problem is when I use a sled for it, it's just not going to work. That's the main problem with I'm having with this is it's just not going to work. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Unless I'm missing a solution to this, which I could be missing something. Let me at least adjust the riving knife. We have to think about this a little bit more. There we go. So I want to at least adjust the riving knife so when it slides, can be adjusted. There we go. I'm going to slide all the way up. And then here's the tighten position. And I want it to be as close to this as possible. The blade being very, very close. easy for you. That's for sure. Some clamps can help me with that. Well, I know I can definitely work with the riving knife. That's not the issue. The saw is just not straight with the guides, and that's going to make a difference. The saw needs to be straight with the guides at least. Without that, it's just never gonna. You're not gonna be able to use the guides. I mean, if I make a fence, a sled for it, it's just not gonna be straight. Okay, there we go. I should hold it for there, and then I want to. Hold it right. Here as well. So just using some clamps to, keep them where I want them, as much as possible anyway. I don't know if you're able to see that. So at least I can adjust the riving knives. I think I can do at least that much. Just checking the blade. That's it, sorry, you can't see it. Okay, well, they're clamped, so let's see what happens here. Let's see if it's right on there or not. Well, let's just go for it. Alright, let's see if they stayed where they were. They should be. Yeah, I'm not worried about the top part, but I'm worried about where they're closest to the base of the knife. That's going to be really good. Okay. Alright, the riving knife problem is fixed, but the saw is still not fixed. I'll turn it over, we'll take a look. But I know it's just not fixed. Let's just continue with this. It's gonna take more time to make these adjustments, so no point in, worrying about that now. So, anyways, here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now we know what the problem is. Anyways, the riving knife here, at least I'll make it seem to the blade as close as I can, because when I'm cutting, I don't want it to catch here. It's going to really interfere with what I'm going to be doing here. Slightly off, which is okay, tolerable. Because when I cut, I use this inside edge to do a lot of my cutting. So I want to make sure that when it comes through, that it's straight. Right now it's not. I need to make a couple more, just a little bit more adjustment to it. And this head will not fit in. Sorry if you can't see this. Actually, let me see here. Good. Let's do the bottom part more. Okay, there we go. It's loose. Alright, so I'm going to have to adjust the riving knife here. That's kind of what I want. I want that to be flat with this as much as possible. Put this side of the blade. Ideally, this is supposed to be the same size blade and everything, but we'll see. We'll see how true that really is. Okay, so this is kind of where I want it to be, right here. On this side. So that's it. That's the most inside it can go. Adjust the bottom one more time here. That's it. That's as further as it can go. So I'm going to just bottom tightened so we can. Okay. So the bottom's tightened. So now I'll just tighten the. Somewhat tighten just to stay where it is. Now I'm gonna tighten the top bolt portion of this. Hopefully this won't move on me while I'm doing this. So there I go. Okay, check the other side now. Alright, so hopefully that riving knife is pretty straight on. Okay. Because when it slides up against the blade, I think there's going to be enough tolerance here. It's going to be okay, because after all, there's a little lip. There's a little lip right here that makes it wider than this portion of the blade, so I should be alright, but I just didn't really like it the way it was set up. It came out of the box that way. It's going to hit it a little bit, but that's alright, because if I do it where the teeth is, teeth to teeth, I think it's going to work out. Anyways, what I really want is I want it to be on this side. Once this thing starts spinning, it's gonna chew up a lot of that wood anyway. But I just want it to be on this side. And that's what I really am going after. That's what I'm really wanting. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you know how to set up the riving knife. Still got the original problem, but at least that's done. I don't have to mess with it anymore. Oh, great. It just turned on. Alright, so let's just try to put my hand on it and keep it safe. Keep it from moving. Always got to check it. You're gonna have to excuse me, I'm just I'm a perfectionist sometimes, so Okay, driving knife is set up as close as I can get it to get set up. Just barely nicking that thing. Okay. That's probably the closest I can get it set up. And so that's going to be pretty close. But my original problem was, let's see how it works when I release it. Okay. Let's see if it comes back. Nope. Still having the, I don't know if I'm still having the original problem here. Yeah, I'm still having the original problem here. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's gonna be fine. I really don't like it. I'd prefer if I didn't have this thing in my way, but maybe it's just a matter of moving this thing around. Well, I think it's going to be close as I go because I measure from inside to inside, but I guess I could start measuring from out here. Okay. Anyways, let's see what we can do with that anyway. Alright. Let's just slide that back in now. The only problem is when I have it in a down spot, it anyways. When it's in a down spot, it's kind of a slight annoyance. Like I said, I'll probably be taking that thing off. Okay, next is this here. Let's see, yeah. Let's see how it works. It's on 0 from here to here. Looks like it's not quite 0. Let's see, from here to here. It's not quite 0 either. So let's put the plate back on here. Okay, so you see the gap that I'm talking about, the blade just not being aligned. So that's my concern. Looks like there's no adjustment for that. When you cut this, it's kind of nice. These are set, so that's it. There's nothing you can do about it. So you can move the fence around and all that crap, but if you're going to use this as a guide, this is cutting this way. The blades are going this way. You're not going to get a straight cut. So it is going to have to be adjusted. And then over here, you see the measurement here. Trying to make an accurate measurement. Almost 6 inches to this edge here, and then you come over here, it's 1/8 of an inch difference. So that's quite a bit of difference. Anyways, that's the problem I'm facing here. Anyway, I'll try to work on that later. Figure out how to adjust that. Let's work on what we originally were working on here, which is this. So, let's see if I can make some good use out of this thing here. Right now it should be on this thing. Release the lever on this here. There we go. Okay. And while you're putting some pressure on this, let's see if okay, so that's set up right there like that. Loosen or tighten this and see what happens. Okay, I can feel it moving. There we go. Oh yeah, you keep turning this. You gotta keep putting pressure on this. Okay. Keep putting pressure on this to make it. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Alright, I think that's really, now that is dead on right there. That's where you want to be. Okay, I'm going to keep that right there. The bevel part here. This is kind of, on the beveling part, because this is, I have to take off this guard here in order to do that, because it's going to hit the plate. So, okay, so the next part is the bevel part here. Again, when you do it, put pressure on here where you want the 45 to be. And it's going to be on this side. And for that, I'm going to take this piece off right here. Take this piece off right here. And here's my 45. Okay. Anyways, here's my 45. And I may have to use a regular 45. Because I want it to hit a certain way. I don't want to hit the tooth, because the tooth will just get in the way. So, and then I won't get that much of an accurate reading. Alright, so let's just get a regular 45 here. Wish I have a regular 45 from my good old drafting days. And this seems like it just wants to, it's pretty natural at 45, so. And if you look here, you can see that it's off a little bit. You see a slight edge right here. So, putting pressure on. Maybe fixing this will change the blade problem too. Maybe.